Two guys fighting for the spot, getting into turn one. You saw them make a little bit of contact, and then the 8 was on the bottom. You know, that's a compromise, sucked off your car, kind of pulls you around, but there was contact before it ever started getting loose.
Yeah, Blake Koch turned to the bottom of David Starr in the 44.
Oh, Menard sideways, and he's going to kiss the wall.
Hang on.
They scatter to miss him, and somehow everyone does, but they're wrecking here. That's Conley in the black 14, sideways through the grass, and also the 16 of Ryan Reed. It looks like when Elliott Sadler went up, it took the air off Menard's car, and around he went.
Paul might not have been expecting Elliott to come up so much in the corner, and it just was enough to push him up.
And that Jeremy Clements car, he had bounced off the inside wall and then into Menard. Watch the 51 car of Clemens. Yeah, there he is, far right of your screen, got turned, and this camera angle doesn't pick that up. There you see him caroming off that inside wall that Michael talked about.
These new tires, he tries to get to the outside of Ty Dillon. You see the 15 come up, actually, and get into Ty Dillon. That causes the 15 to go around. He catches the 88 in the left rear quarter panel. Really, the first replay, I thought it was the 88 that pushed the 33, but looking at it a second time, that's not what happened. It looked like Clint Boyer got into the 33, got himself spun around, and caused the accident behind him.
That rubber starts going around.
Oh man, that's a crash. There goes Brian Scott, hard into the wall. Third caution of the day.
Get in under the 22.
Oh!
I've seen it. Gonna be on the hook.
Wow. Brian Scott, the inside.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't really know what happened there, but they made contact before they got to the corner. It's like the 22 came down a little bit and got into the side of the 2, but that started for the 22 in turn 4 when he touched the apron. And when he touched the apron right there.
Yeah, I'm with you. I can't really tell what looked like. Maybe the 22 just went to turn in the normal corner, and Brian was still going straight a bit.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like the 22 came down and got into the side of the 2.
With him there. Oh, and McMurray goes around in front of the field.
Huge wreck.
Paul Menard is in it. Clint Boyer is in it. Menard is hit by Casey Kane. His car's all torn up.
All bottled up, bunched up. All it takes is just a little bit of a tap from somebody from behind. See right there, it looked like Greg Biffle may have gotten into the back of the one car. Not sure. Jamie McMurray, that sent him around, and then it's on from there. He just starts taking out cars left and right.
Biffle got into McMurray, but did Joey Logano give Biffle a shove into McMurray?
There's our champ, Kevin Harvick. He got damaged. Danica look at her come through here. I don't think she ever makes any contact with anybody. No, she doesn't. She's clean.
Kyle Busch almost missed it. He got it in the left front. And Menard got hit about 4 times.
You can follow Miss Sprint Cup as the big one's happening once again, coming out of turn number 4. Into the wall, Kyle Larson. Multiple cars sideways. Martin Truex Jr.
We've seen this time and time again. The 20 tries to come down on the 5. I don't know if he actually makes contact with the 5 or just the air gets him loose. Man, and then it's just a mess, right? When you have trouble in front of that many cars, there's just nowhere to go. You see the 9 spinning, trying to avoid it. Once the smoke is that thick, there's just nowhere to go.
All these cars behind them right now, they're just trying to find somewhere to go, but there just never is. You just keep piling in. You're on the brakes. The guys behind you are running into you. You know, it's just a big. This is plate racing. This is what we talk about. This is what the
before we even saw sparks. Like, he knew this was not going to work.
You can see Matt Kenseth. He never got touched by Casey Kane. He tried to fill that spot. The air got taken off the back of the car, got loose. Around he went, caused a big wreck.
There's that air cushion that Martin Truex Jr. was mentioning earlier. They didn't actually make contact, but around went the 20. Into the wall goes the 10, and 10 is hit as well as she was coming back down the track. Danica Patrick.
Danica on the outside of Newman.
And around she goes. Didn't look like there was contact there, but could have been earlier.
Yeah, I have to believe there was contact the way she turned around quickly. Here comes David Ray, nowhere to go. He did nothing wrong.
31 got in the corner deep.
Yeah.
Between
Definitely
the
contact.
31 and the 10, there was definitely contact. Whether the 31 came up or the 10 was coming down. That's what makes this corner so difficult, Jeff, because what's the line? You can't follow the dotted line. What's the natural line of the cars into the corner?
Yeah, Danica was expecting Ryan Newman to go all the way down to like the left, put the left sides closer to the yellow line. She was protecting that spot, trying to, arc in the corner, and, just
running 16th.
See, he gets loose right
Sideways,
there.
yeah.
And ends up overcorrecting and hits the wall really hard. Hard impact. So hard as a driver when you have to turn the wheel back right. If you don't, you're going to spin out. But when you turn the wheel back right and the front tires catch, this is what happens. So you just got to not turn the wheel back to the right as hard. It's very difficult to do. We see really good race car drivers do this, and every tire is different. The left side.
Oh, sideways. That's Ryan Blaney going sideways. What a save and a hard hit. Nose first for Erik Jones.
Lock her down. Lock her down. Stay right there, bud.
2 car, and it's just going to step out on him.
Got a little too much of the apron there, and the 20 was coming by and just pulled him around a little bit, and he just was able to not keep off of him.
Anything else there? Sorry.
22 just lost it. Obviously, not a lot of car control on his end today, but really unfortunate to be taken out that late. Had a strong car.
Oop. Oh, we got a crash.
Crash. Big. Well, yeah, it's starting to be a big.
Oh, it's big now.
It got big.
Another big one in turns 1 and 2 of danger. Take a look at what happens. The 42 of Kyle Larson completely sideways.
He gets down to the apron. You see the sparks where the track bar mount hits the ground. He saves it, but he comes up the track, has no choice but to connect with the 19, who then starts to spin. Brad Keselowski gets a face full of sparks. The 17 does go around, and now the track is blocked. Now these guys are trying to find a hole through, and the 2 gets woed up, and the 3 kind of gets woed up, but then you see Carl Evans goes back up the track, and here comes Brian Scott with a full head of steam, makes big contact with the back of the 19.
10 laps of racing to go. And around goes the pack in the middle. Darrell Wallace Jr. gets caught up. The big one happens just as they go through the tri-oval. Back up into the wall hard, Brendan Poole. Eric Almirola caught up in this in the 98. The caution comes out. Take another look at how it happened.
See Brendan Gaughan in the middle there. Ryan Reed gets hit by the 3 car, pushes him into Brendan Gaughan, and then it's on from there.
Daniel Suarez caught up in this as well. Regan Smith.
Look at the job right there. Casey Kane in the 88 gets on the brakes. The crash happens, gets off the brakes, back on the gas to drive out of it.
Whoa, Stewart around into Biffle.
Tony Stewart goes around. And caution waves yet again.
More cars.
Kurt Busch and Greg Biffle, a hard hit there.
Off of the 16 is what sucked the 14 around, and that is an incredibly hard hit. My gosh, I'm glad. Oh, and then here comes
Neither could control their car, and I don't think either one could see.
And piled right in. But
right on the back straightaway, you're right, Mike.
What happened to Ben
Kennedy?
Well, Ben Kennedy looked like he had a tire down or something broken.
It was
Michael,
almost
and everybody
stopped.
piled in.
James Busher, the 31, also involved in this incident. Ray Black Jr., the 07, maybe not a whole lot of damage. Ryan Ellis, the 28, gets caught by Daniel Hemrick.
What happened? Kennedy was slow up top, but that didn't really seem to have anything to do with the beginning of that crash.
Right at the bottom, right around where James Busher was.
Yeah, it's like an accordion effect. Once it looked like somebody slowed, and then they started running into each other.
You don't think someone ran out of gas, do you?
It's possible. Within a lap or two, I think, of these guys coming down pit road.
It was either wreck left and go into the pack, or left right and go into the wall. So I just decided to wall it. I have no idea what happened with the wreck. I would hate it if it was me, but it's a bummer for our local motors and these guys. It's.
Scott's in his mirror just looking.
And now up against the wall. He gets into the wall. Brian Scott trying to block into the wall. He goes. The caution comes out again. Brian Scott.
There's a big run coming, and the move, it's just, there's nothing he can do. Elliott Sadler is clearly there all the way up to his quarter panel, and when he turns in front of the field, you can see all the debris fly.
They're not going to make it. Oh, crash!
And the red and black flag was out. None of them made it back, and on top of that, the big one right here in the tri-oval.
Holy cow.
Remember, Landon Castle took off first. He's in it. Hard contact. There's Daniel Suarez. There was slow. And see, Kyle Larson's going to squeeze Blake Cook.
I think that's actually Suarez was trying to get through the middle, and he just misjudged the room he had to make that move and cause that crash. That was a rookie who was trying to understand exactly how to go about qualifying here at Daytona, under himself in a position that he couldn't get out of. You could see he just cut up, clipped the front of Blake Cook's car, and caused the big crash.
Was trying to get in behind Kyle Larson in the 42 car. Didn't quite have the clearance.
Problems. Huge hit for Kennedy. The 11 up on the safer barrier. Down off.
Racing on the inside of David Dillon. They make a little bit of contact. You see John West Townley was on the outside. He's going to run right into the side of him and kind of lift that truck up a little bit. Got into the catch fence. For the second week in a row, we've had a vehicle in the catch fence. But again, the catch fence did its job. It kept that truck down on the racetrack, and you see it riding along the top of the safer barrier.
When they got to turn one, Phil, I think they were 3 wide.
Oh, big trouble. That's the rookie Suarez up and over Regan Smith, the big one at Daytona in the tri-oval.
42 turned us right there. All right, just stop, Daniel.
And it looks like he just gets him in a bad spot right there, and he just got behind in his steering.
Yeah, he got too far to the right, and coming off of the corner right there, that car unloads as you come off of that banking, and it just took just a little bit too much. And that's that window that you have to push. And if you get outside of the center of that back bumper, the way that the front
said lucky versus good. Here's Chase Elliott.
Watch this.
Right, there's going to be a wreck behind you. Going to be a wreck. Oh yeah, big wreck behind you. Big wreck behind you.
I saw the 18 wrecking, and then wrecking again, and then wrecking a third time, and there's really nowhere I can go coming off the corner. I'm down as low as I can get right there, and you know, he saved it, and right here I'm in trouble. So unfortunate. You know, I don't know if he got help from behind or whatever, but I do know that he was 2 laps down, and in that situation, you know, you're really not going to get up there and get a lucky dog or anything. So it probably would have been cool to hang out in the back of the pack and maybe let us stay up there and race the way that we were racing.
In turn 4, Luz just about has his truck saved, and along comes Terrio. Look at that right front tire.
Yeah, really nothing Austin can do.
At all.
And Tyler Reddick, he's just fighting to regain control of his truck.
I don't know. We didn't see if anything.
Erik Jones around. Back across the field. The big one, part 2 at Daytona.
Yeah, they can't do this.
Stay high. Nice, straight. Did anybody hit you there, Kel?
A horrific crash for Kyle Busch, who slid through the infield grass and went head-on into the inside wall.
Looks like there might have been some contact there.
There you see Kyle, top of your screen.
To the tri-oval they come. Dillon Hart Jr. to the bottom of the track. Junior will win in Daytona. And the big one happens behind them.
Oh my God.
Gets kind of stuck in the middle there and comes across the Ford's bumper. As he does, he spins back in, gets the 3 airborne, and he just gets projected off the other cars right up into the fence.
He went from the Rex starts in front. He runs in the back of the 24, gets up on the 11. Now he's on top of the 51.5. Now it's just a long bit of ride.
Yeah,
watch the car stop. Watch the car stop. It gets into those poles, and it goes from, I don't know what, 180, 190 miles an hour. I'm just guessing, to a complete stop. That is unbelievable.
And it looks like that's 30, 2,500 pounds. That stock car is extremely heavy. And you see here, after he's upside down, the 2 is spinning. Obviously, he's already lost control, makes more contact with the 3.
Hang on. This will be a wild ride. That was Tony Stewart going underneath.